My son useless, can't play ping pong. He tried to get a date.
I realize that I'm not like the rest.
Well, this is Rich. Donald J. Trump has now filed a hair-on-fire emergency motion in federal court in Florida trying to stop the production of financial documents that pertain to hundreds of his business entities. Now, remember, Donald Trump sued the BBC for defamation, and during the course of that litigation, a federal judge has ordered that his revocable trust turn over this financial documentation. That order was entered on July 27th. The date that it's supposed to start is tomorrow, August 6th, thus the reason why he's filing this emergency motion. And every week thereafter, Trump is supposed to turn over this information. Let's talk about what the information is, because this is important. According to this emergency motion, the trust is supposed to start turning over tax returns, ownership and governance instruments, deeds, appraisals, financial statements, licensing records, and digital asset histories of the trust and hundreds of affiliated entities. We're talking about 400 of Trump's business entities. And Trump is freaking out. Kind of makes you wonder why he was pressing so hard to get that tax immunity, huh? Anyway, I digress. Here's the thing. Trump doesn't want to have to turn this over, and he's claiming that because he's now trying to amend his lawsuit to remove any claim of financial harm to his businesses as a result of this alleged defamation by the BBC, he says, my new amended complaint, Judge, what it's going to say is I've only suffered reputational harm and it has nothing to do with these businesses. That's the reason why he's trying to buy himself some time. But he has a serious problem here because tick-tock goes the clock. You'd kind of think that if it was such an emergency, he would have dealt with it, I don't know, when that order was entered back on July 27th. Anyway, he has to get this thing addressed because if not, tomorrow is the due date. In addition, right now, he's asking the court, look, if you can't actually grant any of the motions I'm asking in terms of a stay, will you at least give me an administrative stay, meaning you'll preserve the status quo, but you won't make me actually produce anything by tomorrow, August 6th? I gotta tell you, I think he's barking up the wrong federal judge tree here, but it is pretty funny to see him panicking. And once again, he uses the illustrious Alex Brito, local Florida lawyer extraordinaire, to be able to deal with this. We'll keep our eye on it, but in the meantime, good luck, Donald.
Sly Number. Sly Number is an easy-to-use app that can be added to your existing phone with
Mr. President, did you sign off on Todd Blanche rescinding?
I didn't look at it. All I know is that Todd Blanche is great. He's going to do a great job. Everybody knows it. And I understand there's been a sign-off. But I don't know what they agreed. I think Todd Blanche agreed to reconfirm things that he's already said. And what he said was okay.
But this morning, there are concerns about legal loopholes the president could use to restore that taxpayer fund of nearly $1.8 billion.
It's Ken Harbaugh with the Midas Touch Network. If you think that Donald Trump's J6 slush fund is over just because Todd Blanche promised to end it, I've got an election to sell you, because Donald Trump will stop at nothing to see this through. As we've said here before, this anti-weaponization fund is not about so-called justice for the so-called victims of January 6th. We're talking about the rioters who beat cops. It's about the next election and guaranteeing that Trump has his mob ready and waiting should he need them again. So even though the J6 hedge fund as a formal legal entity appears dead, the mechanism for paying out the insurrectionists hasn't gone away. The funds can simply be rerouted through ordinary DOJ settlement channels, like the Judgment Fund and the Torts Branch. The two Republican holdouts on Todd Blanche's confirmation, Tom Tillis and John Cornyn, know this, but their fear of Donald Trump outweighed whatever integrity they had left. So they're voting to confirm. The fact that this supposedly represents what bravery looks like in the Republican Party says a lot. It's not a party, it's a cult. And we need to be ready for what Trump is preparing after he loses the next election. I spoke with Chris Goldsmith about this. He's an Army combat vet and extremism researcher, and he knows better than anybody the groups at the heart of America's insurrectionist movement. We talked about why this moment is so dangerous, even though the J6 fund is supposedly dead, and what his organization, Veterans Fighting Fascism, is planning to do about it. Quick tech note, we had a brief audio issue halfway through, but quickly fixed it. Apologies for the sound quality in that segment. Here's our conversation. Chris, thanks for joining me today. New developments in the Todd Blanche saga. It's been a constant back and forth between him, the president, and John Cornyn and Tom Tillis, who have been the holdouts on his confirmation. Bring us up to speed, because the elephant in the room is Donald Trump, his total disregard for the law, and the reality that he's going to do whatever he wants, regardless of what is written down on paper.
So Tom Tillis and John Cornyn both lost their primaries for the Republican nomination for their Senate seats. So they're both retiring. They have nothing left to lose as far as the Senate is concerned. And Donald Trump seems to have this circular logic. Like, they're saying that we don't want this insurrection fund, so we're not going to confirm your personal attorney to be the Attorney General of the United States. And he's saying, well, if you're not going to confirm him, then I'm going to push forward with my fund. And it's like, well, you're clearly going to push forward with the fund anyway. So this is a message that Americans should hear. And that is that no matter what, Donald Trump wants his personal attorney to be the chief law enforcement officer of the land, someone who appears to be willing to stop at nothing to make Donald Trump's fantasies a reality. And the president of the United States wants to spend $2 billion on his proven insurrectionist army. And the way that the math breaks down here is that it would make every single January 6th insurrectionist who was charged a millionaire. Imagine what all of those people, 1,600 of them, could do with $1 million. That's, it's not just buy weapons, it's buy vehicles, it's buy all sorts of equipment. And when Donald Trump calls upon them again,
Drones.
We
talk a lot about drones on this show.
Right. And when and they can pay staff, right? They don't have to necessarily be good leaders, but if they can pay staff and they can arm them too, that's tremendous. The damage that could be done by 1,600 millionaire insurrectionists is incalculable. And Donald Trump knows that. And so does Tom Tillis and John Cornyn.
And it's a signal to the tens of thousands of others. I mean, you know full well the ranks of the Proud Boys and the 3%ers and Patriot Front and others. I mean, this slush fund is far less about reparations and compensating people for supposed injuries than it is about a signal to stand back and stand by for the next one. I want to dive down into that and what we're doing to prepare, but I don't want to gloss over Todd Blanche and just how deeply unqualified he is. It's not just this slush fund that other senators are objecting to. It's the fact that he met with Ghislaine Maxwell and sent her to a Camp Fed. It's the fact that he continues to denigrate the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, there is nothing in his resume that qualifies him for this. There are a million things that disqualify him, including him saying under oath in the Senate that he is Donald Trump's personal lawyer.
Are you and President Trump friends?
I'm his lawyer, was his lawyer.
Welcome to our first Get Ready With Us video. We're going to get ready while we tell you about the new iHeartRadio app.
Okay.
Slip of the tongue, probably, but that's where his head is. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And that's important to talk about. He is the man who is chiefly responsible for the Epstein cover-up right now, for all of the inappropriate redactions, plus the revelations of victims' names and personal information that is allowed. MAGA to terrorize them after they've already, obviously been traumatized as children. Todd Blanche should be held responsible for these things. He should not be rewarded with the chief law enforcement position in the United States. That is absolutely repulsive.
A quick word before we continue. A lot of people in this audience spent their lives showing up for their families, their communities, their country. Medicare is one of the benefits you earned by doing that. But earning it and actually getting it right are two different things. The system is complicated, and too many of the people offering guidance are patrol with them. This is actually the wreckage of a Russian suicide drone shot down by one of those teams. I've even been pinned down in a bunker with them as wave after wave of Russian drones hammered our frontline position. But because of the extraordinary heroism of people like Adama, commander of a drone team I embedded with, Ukraine will win this war. The more help they get, the faster that can happen. Units like the 34th are constantly having to make do with whatever equipment they can scrape together, which is especially challenging for a unit that operates attack drone teams, river assault crews, counter drone patrols. The 34th does it all. If you participated in the first fundraiser we held, thank you. I've just launched another one. This time, we're not capping the goal, which we hit practically overnight last time. If you can help
the Trump regime just created an international
help out, please click the link.
Need to be upheld. What are you planning for?
That is precisely why we are planning the Veterans Day Democracy March. On November 11th, 2026, we are going to descend. This is thousands of veterans, military family members, hopefully some service members, and all of our supporters. I want to make absolutely crystal clear that civilians of all kinds are welcome to join with us, and not just welcome. We want them to. We want this crowd to be tremendous, and we are going to be going there under 3 points of unity. One is that the voters decide and the results stand. Number two is that no one is above the Constitution. No president, no Supreme Court justice, no member of Congress, senator, or you name it. No one is above the Constitution. And number three is keep faith with those who serve. Now, let's break those down. The voters decide, the results stand. We have seen since 2016 Donald Trump talking about stolen elections, people voting illegally. He's been promoting all of these conspiracy theories, which I think it's wrong to say are unfounded. It is antithetical to the proof that we have seen, right? He is lying. He is spreading disinformation, not misinformation. He is purposefully spreading information that is false with a motive. That is the definition of disinformation. The second point of unity, no one is above the Constitution. That includes not just, government officials like the president, senators, members of Congress. It also includes members of ICE. It includes members of the National Guard who may be called up to follow illegal orders. Everyone in the United States has a duty to reject illegal orders. Anyone in the federal government who is told to do things like seize ballots or voting machines to interfere with the lawful results of elections, that is an illegal order, and they are duty bound to reject those.
Tell me why y'all mad. You still talking about fucking Hunter Biden? Man, grow the fuck up. Real shit, grow up. Biden ain't been president in some years now, and you motherfuckers are still talking about Biden. Cry more, motherfuckers.
Those orders. And third, keep faith with those who serve. That means not just veterans who deserve the benefits that we were promised when we were serving in uniform, but it also has to do with people who are serving today. Over the last few months, we have seen a tremendous fight, especially in the House Committee on Veterans Affairs, where the Republicans are trying to strip today's service members of their future benefits to pay for today's veterans' benefits, right? That's just one issue. We're also talking about keep faith with those who serve, throughout the federal government. We have had State Department employees getting, pushed out, fired, retaliated against. USAID was completely destroyed by a private citizen, Elon Musk, who did so with cruelty, and it has led to the deaths of something like 700.
Y'all motherfuckers would love to make up some imaginary shit. You talking about fucking Russia. Wasn't your weak-ass president just on his knees in the White House, kissing up to fucking Vladimir Putin? Man, your leader is a fucking wannabe. Period, point blank. You talking shit about Russia, and Russia was just hanging their nuts in the White House.
1,000 people around the world. We want for the United States to keep faith with all of those who serve, because that is not just the right thing to do. It's not just about morals and integrity. It's about our national security. If we don't keep faith with those who serve, who right now, what kid growing up is going to look at service, whether it's in uniform or other parts of the government, look at that as a good idea. We want to make sure that we protect those who protect us.
I think we'll also be able to draw an incredibly sharp contrast in just the manner of our conduct on that day with the insurrectionists of J6, to bring this full circle, that Trump is spending so much political energy defending. This is going to be a peaceful march. It's going to be a legal march, and it's going to be an expression of democracy and this notion that we will abide our oaths even after we have stopped wearing the uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Contrasted with the insurrectionists who beat cops, who tried to undermine democracy. That's going to be a powerful side by side.
Yeah, we are going to be fully coordinating with law enforcement as required. We are going to be getting the required permits. I want to encourage people to think of this not just as an angry protest, right? There's a lot of anger, obviously, as Donald Trump and his goons try to erode our democracy.
Join the world's #1 RPG game. Download now.
Yesterday, I played a game for 5 minutes and somehow watched 5 ads. So today, I just want one thing. A game that actually lets me play.
But people should also go there and plan to have some fun, right? It's too early for us to talk about who's going to be on stage. But I can promise folks that part of resistance is still having a good time.
Joy. Yeah.
You have to show the fascists that despite everything that they're doing, you still have a fulfilling life. And that is a big part of the reason that we're bringing people down to Washington, D.C. on Veterans Day, which is a federal holiday. So if you're watching this, you don't have to be a veteran. Everyone watching this, I want you to plan to take off work, whether you get it off for the federal holiday or not. Plan to be in D.C. the night before, the night after, whatever requires.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It requires of you to travel there. Make sure that you are bringing your friends. And if you want to support us, go to veteransfightingfascism.org. There you can sign up to get news and updates about this as it develops. You can donate. We're going to have to pay for permits. We're going to have to pay for a stage. None of this is free. We do have to pay for things like porta potties, right? There are a lot of things that you have to pay for to hold an event. So anyone who wants...
Hold up. This motherfucker said that January 6th, it was an anti-American Democrats administration. The Democrats set that up. All I saw was no teeth motherfuckers with red hats on. Geriatric old ass. The South shall rise again. Like, it wasn't no youthful people out there. It was a bunch of old ass motherfuckers. It wasn't no young people who got bright ideas. It was a bunch of old motherfuckers who mad because their fucking old way is over. Like, that shit is dead. You could try it if you want. But it's over. The Lord Civil War you talking about, man, that shit will last a couple of days. That shit will last a couple fucking days, maybe a couple hours. The fuck out of here.
To support us, can do so virtually, online, or in person, not just on Veterans Day, but leading up to it. If you are...
Why you praying for me? Suck a dick.
Someone who is online at all. You don't have to be a creator like Ken or I am making videos and stuff. Just posting and letting people know about this. Take screenshots of our website and post it on whatever social media you use to help us bring attention to this day, right? We want for this to be a movement. This is, yes, veteran-led, but it's not a veterans movement. It is for all Americans who care about our Constitution, the rule of law, and keeping promises to those who serve.
We'll put the link to the sign-up page, which I believe is the landing page of the Veterans Fighting Fascism website. That's below. Thanks, Chris. And we'll check in often about this until we need to march. Thanks, man.
A full cart that's lighter on your wallet. That's a breath of fresh air. Download the Upside app.
Oh, MAGA, just in case you ain't know, y'all lost Michigan, motherfuckers. You know what's next, Texas. Y'all losing that right now. Tallarico is in the fucking lead. Y'all got more shit to worry about.
Get a $15 bonus on your first purchase.
I just found out that if you have 2 cars on your car insurance, this is 100% what you should be doing. So
all right, so I got to tell you guys, bro. It is shocking how quickly the Republicans unleashed bigoted attacks, xenophobic attacks against Abdul El-Sayed. It is shocking. I mean, they are breaking out levels of racism not seen since fucking Jim Crow in this bitch. They think it is like 2003 peak Islamophobia, moment that we had in this country. And they think they could just like otherize their way to victory. Oh, he's not like us. He's different. He's scary. He's brown. He's a Muslim. He might be a terrorist. And in fact, it's not even subtle. So take a look at this. Mike Rogers on Abdul El-Sayed's victory. Quote, I spent years hunting terrorists and bringing Osama bin Laden to justice. Never in a million years did I think that I would be running against someone who believes America deserved 9/11. It is so egregious and so beyond the pale and so disgusting and pathetic. And I think even normie voters can understand this is racist as fuck. Why would you say he supports 9/11? Because he's Muslim? Because he's Muslim? No, they would say, oh, it's because he campaigned with Hassan Piker. Well, Hassan was talking about the CIA concept of blowback when he brought that up. We were meddling in the Middle East, and that's what led to 9/11. So when he said America deserved 9/11, that's what he was talking about. He wasn't saying, like, I'm in favor of the planes hitting the World Trade Center and the buildings coming down. Fucking obviously he wasn't saying that. But these people are so bigoted that they're like, oh, well, that's the only interpretation of that I'll accept because brown guy bad, Muslim guy bad. And they're doing guilt by association here. And literally all they have, he can't say shit about wages. He can't say shit about healthcare. He can't say shit about taxes. He can't say shit about foreign policy. So what does he do? He goes right to gutter politics and basically says, I'm running against a terrorist. That's the implication. So instantly, they go full fucking like Bull Connor ass, racism, xenophobia, bigotry, Islamophobia. But guess what? They also released their first TV ad, and oh my days. As bad as you think it is worse. Here we go. Watch this one.
Abdul Rahman Muhammad El-Sayed, the most radical Senate candidate in America.
I'm pretty dangerous.
El-Sayed pledged.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They said the most radical Senate candidate in America. And they did his full name. We're right back to Barack Hussein Obama type shit. We're right back to Barack Hussein Obama type shit. When they said that, when they did the I'm pretty dangerous thing, what he was saying is, I believe, I'm dangerous to corporations and to billionaires and to warmongers. They took it out of context to make it sound like he was saying, oh yeah, I'm dangerous, as in like, I'm violent. Oh my God, the racism meter is just absolutely shattered. Jesus Christ, bro. So look, I hope Abdul knows this shows their weakness, right? Honestly, what it reminds me of is what they're trying to do to Tallarico in Texas, where the whole plan was like, let's call him Talafrico, and let's say he doesn't like sex, and he's a vegan, and he's a pussy-ass bitch. And they tried to run like that for an extended period of time now, backfired. You know, Tallarico's leading in virtually every poll that comes out. And the reason why Tallarico's been able to break through is because Tallarico is just focusing on the substance. Just focusing on the substance through and through. And I know Abdul's going to do the same thing, but also in this race, it's going to require taking the gloves off a little bit. It's going to require taking the gloves off a little bit. In fact, let me remind you, every single time he tries to imply that Abdul's a terrorist, Abdul needs to immediately respond with this. Donald Trump pardoned a guy who laundered money for Al-Qaeda because that guy bought his crypto coin. So you know who's pro-Al-Qaeda? Donald Trump. Donald Trump bragged about putting a former Al-Qaeda leader as the new president of Syria. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Trump says stuff like, has a rough past. He's not a Boy Scout. He's not a Boy Scout. That's it.
Pete the athlete. Man, bless your little heart. You ain't saying shit. I thought you had some fucking sense until you said TDS. Now, let me ask you a question. The only people that say TDS is motherfuckers who got TDS. Trump dick-sucking syndrome.
Trumpy way of saying, yes, I put a guy who was a leader in Al-Nusra Front, which is an Al-Qaeda group. I put that guy in charge of Syria. Don't say shit about us supporting terrorists when that's the reality. And also, when Mike Rogers fully supports Donald Trump massacring little schoolgirls in Iran, carpet bombing and triple tapping a little girls' school with precious children and killing about 170 of them, I don't want to hear shit. Perhaps you're the motherfucking terrorist. Perhaps you're the fascist and the terrorist by shoving innocent immigrants in concentration camps and sending people to CCOT to get tortured and raped. Has Mike Rogers said anything against the Minam girls' school bombing? Then he's the fucking terrorist. Has he said anything about the people sent to
Well, you one of them, Pete, you stupid bitch.
CCOT to be tortured and raped? He's the fucking terrorist. Has he said anything against Donald Trump putting an Al-Qaeda leader to head a country? He's the fucking terrorist. Has he said anything against Trump pardoning a guy who laundered money for Al-Qaeda? He's the fucking terrorist. Do you understand that? Oh my days, bro. Oh my days. All right, let's keep going from the beginning. Barack Hussein Obama.
Abdul Rahman Mohammed El Sayed, the most radical Senate candidate in America.
Pretty dangerous.
El Sayed pledged support for the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, a designated foreign terrorist group.
Oh, what a liar. Oh my God.
He wants to hike taxes on Michigan waitresses, delivery drivers, and seniors on social.
In other words, he's against Trump's tax cut bill, which gave overwhelming tax cuts to the rich. It raised your taxes and Yes, it raised your taxes and cut taxes on the wealthy. And they're trying to make it's scandalous he doesn't support our Epstein class suck-off bill. Fuck you.
Security. He joined a sex offender and a murderer to demand the mass release of dangerous prisoners. And when his ally claimed America deserved 9/11,
America deserved 9/11, dude.
El Sayed refused to disavow it.
I'm not here to disavow people's views.
Abdul El Sayed, too radical, too. Dangerous. Wrong for Michigan.
I'm telling you, bro, they're overreaching. They are out over their skis. They're going to play shit like this. Maybe it'll fire up the Republican base. But everybody who's an independent or a Democrat is going, I can't afford fucking gas. I can't afford groceries. And this guy is talking endlessly about money in my pocket and passing Medicare for all. And the fucking Republicans are just out there, sounding like a Bull Connor style racist. It is out of this world what we're witnessing here. So I'm telling you, bro, this is going to be a fucking dogfight, but the Republicans have absolutely nothing. So they have to go immediately to gutter politics. Immediately they have to go low. I mean, it takes some balls to try to use these kind of attacks. When people can, in a free country, go listen to Abdul talk, go listen to Hassan Piker's show. And if they do, they're going to walk away going, wow, it seems like these guys just want me to have health care. And just want to have universal education and just want to tax the wealthy and redistribute the money and just want to end the wars and stop bombing children. I don't know. That seems pretty fucking reasonable. But what do the Republicans do? Immediately smear, tar, the most bigoted shit you've ever seen. I want to fucking take a shower after listening to this, man. I'm not kidding. That's how gross this is. That's how much this disgusts me. I feel like I want to take a shower after listening to this. So the good news is Abdul's ready for this fight, man. In fact, in his speech after he won, he immediately pivoted to attacking Mike Rogers, and he went in ski, bro. I mean, it was a masterclass, and I think he's got many tricks up his sleeve. In fact, I want to try to get, reach out to Abdul because there's so much shit. Like, I have so many little devastating facts against these Republicans that, like, I don't see many other, candidates pick up or media figures pick up. Like the thing I said about Trump pardoning the guy who laundered money for Al-Qaeda. That alone would have been like a career-ending story about any other politician. With Trump, nobody even fucking talks about it. Nobody even talks about it. It's insane. And so, like, I want to get that through to Abdul so that every time Mike Rogers tries to accuse him of being some sort of terrorist or whatever the fuck, he immediately do you condemn Donald Trump pardoning the guy who laundered money for Al-Qaeda, yes or no? Do you condemn Donald Trump bragging about putting an Al-Qaeda leader as the new president of Syria, yes or no? Right? Do you condemn the Minab girls' school bombing, yes or no? Every time he tries to hit you, every time he brings up Hassan Piker or 9/11 or terrorism, immediately Abdul should bring up the things I just mentioned. And I guarantee you're going to win that exchange. You're going to win that exchange against Mike Rogers. Because it's such gutter bullshit politics that they're doing, whereas the points we're making are deeply substantive. Deeply substantive. So, it's time, bro. It's going to be a dogfight. But Democrats, do not rest easy. Run through the tape. Don't take anything for granted. In our minds, we need to be permanently 10 points down. That's what it has to be. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.
Watch football live with Fubo, plus over 200 top channels. Stream live TV and sports.
So Donald Trump is absolutely losing his mind and crashing out and going haywire as his presidency is more and more up in flames by the day. It's getting bad, man. The disconnection from reality is something that should be shockingly obvious even to like normie Americans who don't care about politics. So take a look at this. Trump welcomes Alan Dershowitz into the Republican Party and instructs people to buy his book. So understand, as gas prices are up, as grocery prices are up, as his war has spiraled out of control, as the country is coming apart at the seams, and everybody's fucking pissed off, what is he posting? He's saying shit like this. The highly respected Alan Dershowitz has written a powerful new book, Why I Quit the Dems, and So Should You. Confessions of a Reluctant Republican. Alan is a great American patriot who understands the wisdom and courage it takes to defend democracy from communism. And it is our honor to welcome him into the party of common sense.
Thanks, Madam Chair.
They flailing like bitches. That's where they are. Flailing like some fucking girls. Yup. Scared to death.
Common sense. There are so many others like Alan who feel abandoned by the radical left Democrats and are fleeing the Democrat Party and blue states for freedom. This book is for you. Pre-order your copy today. Do you guys know who Alan Dershowitz is? This was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer who got him his initial
Pitbull was good.
sweetheart deal when he was caught being a fredophile. Yeah, I don't know, man. At a time, Trump, when many in your own base have abandoned you because you're protecting the elite pedophile cabal, maybe don't outwardly endorse one of the ringleaders of the elite pedophile cabal. Just a thought. When one of the main arguments against you is that you're in the Epstein files, you protect the Epstein cabal, and there's all sorts of dirt out there that you're hiding, maybe don't further validate that. Maybe don't say, I love this guy who's most known for being besties with Epstein and all the allegations against him. I have allegations too. He's got allegations. I have allegations too. And it's the party of common sense. In the party of common sense, we endorse alleged pedophiles, and we do it with a smile on our face. Oh, my word. Okay. Out of touch much? I don't know. You guys tell me. All right. Let's keep going. He also posed this. Patton, Trump, MacArthur. Didn't they win their wars? There's a 0% chance we win this war with Iran. It is all over, but the admission that we lost. And he has the nerve. It's classic Trump. It is like never play defense, always go on the offense, be fully postmodernist and rewrite your own narrative and repeat it until everybody just accepts it because it's been, shoved down their throat. I mean, how does he keep getting away with this shit? How does he keep it? It's astonishing. Dealing with somebody who is this disconnected from the facts on the ground, comparing himself to historic generals. And by the way, also, to note for the record, this is the motherfucker who said, I can't go to Vietnam, I have bone spurs. Remember that? He said, my personal Vietnam was dodging STDs, which implies he was involved in fucking orgies and shit, which, There's evidence from Katie Johnson, the allegations against Trump, the 13-year-old who accused Trump of all sorts of horrific sexual crimes, including rape. She said it was basically like an orgy that they were at. Sort of adds up, doesn't it? Sort of adds up. All right. He also said this. Stop and think about the fact that he's focusing on this issue at this moment with everything else going on. He says, for far too long, radical climate activists attempted to hold our great country hostage by drastically and unreasonably expanding the intended scope of the Endangered Species Act. Oh my God, bro. Every day it's like, hey, we decided to use more glyphosate in this country, which is going to give everybody cancer. Hey, we decided to dump a bunch of coal ash into our fresh water systems. Hey, we decided to let the food companies poison you and make you have watery explosive diarrhea because we're not checking for cyclospora anymore. Like, you go down the list of all the ways. Every decision dead wrong and horrible for you. And now, instead of doing something about grocery prices, doing something about gas prices, ending his illegal wars, arresting Epstein pedophiles, he's out there going, the Endangered Species Act, we got to crack down on it. It's horrible. It's terrible. We don't like it. He says this was complete and total regulatory overreach by unelected bureaucrats. They treated Americans very unfairly by stifling the production of important resources like oil, natural gas, and timber, and blocking the construction of family homes and critical infrastructure. So, by the way, he's greenlighting the absolute destruction of our national parks. Greenlighting the destruction. Letting corporations rape and loot and pillage and plunder and it's all happening. It's all happening. He says, even our military couldn't train on land that was deemed off limits to protect a little rodent. Oh my God, this is so crazy. This guy, we're all gonna die because of his stupidity. We're all gonna die because this motherfucker can't be bothered to acknowledge climate change is real and move towards green and renewable energy, even as we have an oil crisis that he fucking started. And so he goes on, but you get the point here. The point is, we hate the Endangered Species Act. Yes, that issue that all Americans are just clamoring for at this moment. They're calling Trump and they're calling Congress on a regular basis going, why won't you repeal the Endangered Species Act? Maybe that'll make it so I can afford gas and groceries. Okay, let's keep going. He does an interview with Fox News, and here's just some of his greatest hits from that interview.
I think any community that turns down AI is making a big mistake.
Real finger on the pulse type shit, isn't it? Real finger on the pulse. There is a revolution brewing in this country. People are furious about these data centers stealing our water.
All that. And in the meantime, MAGA sits on their fucking red hat, thinking they're fucking smart, loving that their ego is being stroked right now, even though their fucking ego is smaller than their fucking dick size. And it's a shame. But again, it's going to be a time after Trump where you motherfuckers pay.
Polluting everything. The noise pollution, right? The hogging all the energy on the energy grid and leading to blackouts and brownouts. Increasing climate change. The promise that the data centers will build AI that's going to take everybody's jobs. Like, all of this going on. He's like, data centers are great. They're wonderful. I like to replace all my voters with data centers. Let's have more data centers everywhere. And then he's just going to lie about it. Here we go.
I think any community that turns down AI is making a big mistake because your taxes are going to go way down. If you own a house, it's going to be more valuable.
The exact opposite is true. Look at Memphis with Elon Musk's Grok data center.
The bottom line is we know whatever the fuck he says is a lie. We know whatever he says is the total fucking opposite. We know that whatever the fuck he says is to enrich his own family and his own goddamn pockets. It ain't got shit to do with us. If you haven't figured that shit out now, then you're MAGA. All right? That's the new saying around this bitch. If you haven't figured this shit out by now, you're MAGA.
People their houses are worth like nothing now because nobody wants to move next to a data center. You get actual pollution and noise pollution all the fucking time. It hogs all the energy. You'll have your power will go out randomly. Oh my God.
It's a tremendous thing, and I see it. It's almost like there's a campaign against data centers, but data centers. If you look at the stats, everything's good around them.
I hate to say it, but this fucking country is too soft for public shaming. Too fucking soft.
Oh, yes, that's right. Give me my book of stats, please. Turn to page 17.
I got my ass whipped in elementary school. We came out fine.
Everything is good around data centers. Oh, thank you. Like, what does that even mean? He doesn't even know what that means. He just says shit because he's paid by these people. He's owned by the Epstein class. He's owned by the billionaires. Do you not see it yet?
We're doing an unbelievable job. Costs are coming way down. I inherited, they talk about...
Costs are up.
Costs. I inherited very, very high costs.
They're way high.
He's a fucking liar. Y'all know motherfucking well he ain't inherit no fucking high costs. This motherfucker's terrible.
There now.
And they're all coming down now.
They're not coming down now. That's not true at all.
The food, the groceries.
That's all going up.
It's all coming down.
It's all going up.
Great job. I think we should be given an A+ on the economy.
We've seen numbers. I believe we've seen numbers in the 20s when it comes to his approval on inflation and his approval on the economy. And he's saying we get an A+. Oh my days. This is disturbing even for him with his constantly making shit up. This is disturbing.
I think we should be given an A+ on the economy, but I think that's coming. People are starting to talk about it.
I sure love this economy. Like 90% of the country is already in a recession.
What point do you say enough? And there's no coming back for Iraq.
Well, I have plenty.
808s knocking like the speakers in a Wraith. All gas, no brakes. I was born to take the throne from the park.
I'll keep this quick. We need a huge number of donations today to flip this.
Don't even worry about it, Tally. You got this shit. He's substantially in the lead.
U.S. Senate seat in Texas. If everyone watching this right now made a contribution, we'd reach our goal in seconds. But I know not everyone can give right now. So if you care about taking back Texas and can afford to chip in, then I need your support today.
He's saying I have plenty of time.
I think that shit is overkill. Texas is done. He won that shit.
Time for his illegal war with Iran to continue. Oh, man. Okay, it gets better. Trump says his poll numbers are, quote, the best.
They are eating the cats. They are eating the dogs. But guess what? MAGA was believing that dumb shit. MAGA still believing it's not a dick up their ass, but it is. And they not going to learn. They're going to learn the hard motherfucking way.
They have ever been.
Can't wait.
And why wouldn't they be? In fact, he almost posts a verbatim thing that he posted the other day that we talked about. This is like Groundhog Day. We talked about this the other day. He reposted the same thing almost verbatim. My real polling numbers are the best they have ever been, and why wouldn't they be? Okay, ready? I showed you this. Look, here's his actual poll numbers. His disapproval is 60 point.
Let me go see how many subscribers your bitch ass got. Surfboard, that shit sounds fruity. Since you talking shit. You lucky I don't display your shit on the motherfucking screen. $25 subscribers. Shout out to you. You sorry ass motherfucking channel. 10 years ago. Go sit down.
6%, and his approval is 36%. That's the average, y'all. That's the average. That's not one outlier low poll. The outlier low poll is 30%. The average is 36. A high in this bitch is like 39 or 41. Okay, he is despised across this country at a time when his polling is the worst it has ever been. Tied or maybe just below where it was after he tried to do a literal insurrection and a coup with January 6th. He's going, everybody loves me. It's so phenomenal. Everybody loves me. I've never been more popular. Meanwhile, the exact opposite is true. It is dangerous to have somebody this mental in this position. It's dangerous. It's dangerous because he's liable. If he's not willing to accept even the most obvious facts of reality, what is he liable to do? I told you, with somebody who's a malignant narcissist like Trump, he wants to take the world with him when he's no longer around, right? Like, these people don't think the world exists beyond themselves. He's 80.
And I got my 1,000 subscribers in 15 days. Pussy.
He's obese. His health is failing him. His mental health is failing him. His physical health is failing him. So he's cooked. And he looks around and he goes, why should anybody else be able to live beyond me? And when you see somebody who's willing to lie to this extent, what else is he willing to do? Ask yourself that question. All right. He also released a fucking AI slop video of a MAGA supporter in a hoodie marching through the White House as a TV declares that Trump made history.
Well, if you don't post, then shut the fuck up. You over here watching and complaining. And fuck your life.
Again, as his approval rating is in the fucking toilet, he's posting shit like this.
We come to this place for MAGA to fight, and win. Because
yeah, that's the difference. I got my 1,000 subscribers in 14 days, bitch.
we need that, all of us. The indescribable feeling we get when we hear the national anthem. And stand together, stronger than ever before. Under this administration, we're going somewhere we've never been. We aren't just watching history, we're making it.
Yeah, I don't have job. I provide jobs, bitch.
Rebuilding our country better than ever. A country where we don't do heartbreak, we do victory.
Here we go with this handout thing. The most motherfuckers getting handouts is Republicans, conservatives, red states. The brokest motherfucking states is red states. Bringing in the least amount of fucking money in the whole country. Red states. Tennessee, West Virginia, broke ass motherfuckers. Mississippi, all them red states. The brokest states, the brokest 10 states in the country is red.
America that is safer, more secure, more prosperous, and any setbacks that stand in our way simply makes the comeback that much sweeter. Welcome to the golden age.
Do you understand how deranged and sociopathic it is to release a video like this when, as of this moment, they kicked 4.5 million people off of the SNAP program, the food stamp program, and now kids are going hungry? They kicked 18 million people off of Medicaid. Do you know how deranged it is to post this?
Alabama, another red state, broke as shit. Thank you, Rafa.
As Trump is hemorrhaging manufacturing jobs that he promised to return to this country, and he's lost just 75,000 in the second term alone.
Kentucky, broke as a motherfucker. Ain't no motherfucking money in Kentucky. Ain't no money in Kansas. They broke as shit out that motherfucker. Red states, all of them. It's time we stop letting y'all run around this bitch acting like you know something. You sound like you don't know shit. Because everything you saying would suggest that you think the blue states get more assistance. When in fact, it proves, and we know fucking well you can't use per capita on this one because it ain't more people in the red states than the blue states. So that don't work. It's way more people in the fucking blue states. That's how stupid y'all are. Using some fucking per capita. And y'all don't even got the numbers to do that. We ain't talking about whatever you think you talking about. Y'all just some dumb. Oh, yeah, they did say Trump's motherfucking core base was the uneducated bunch of fucking dummies.
And that doesn't even include the hundreds of thousands of Biden jobs that were coming here that he killed. Okay? Do you understand how deranged it is to post shit like this?
That's y'all response? A bunch of American flags? What the fuck that mean to me? You might well just put a bunch of Confederate flags up there, bitch.
The heartstrings bullshit, this like, I'm so legendary bullshit, at the same time that everybody hates you. Everybody hates you. Oh my God, man. This guy, he's got to go. And then we also have this.
Look, you dumb as hell. I tell you what I do. Hold on, fuck on. We're going to Google who get the most welfare. Y'all want to do that? Or y'all going to leave? Because when I start talking facts, MAGA gets the fuck out of here. Somebody bringing another batch of these bitches so I can flatten their motherfucking heads in this motherfucker with the knowledge. Yeah. so I can open your fucking brain and give you this medicine. Put some pills in the chat, y'all. These motherfuckers need pills. And I got them right for your ass. Yeah, they need some pills in here. That's all that is. Let me find this. We bringing pills for your ass. You bunch of dummies. This y'all fucking leader right here. Crying like a biatch. Now, the bottom line is this. If you want me Google this shit, I can. But I don't think you want that. I'm gonna let you live this morning.
The Trump administration is allowing construction of a 132-acre radioactive pit mine right on the border of Bear Lodge National Monument. What could go wrong? Also, the Trump administration is planning to gut Head Start, a program that offers free preschool to over 500,000 children. Because fucking of course he is. This is absolutely positively getting out of hand.
But that shit don't make you no cooler, Gander. Because you've been on this motherfucker posting a lot of punk shit. Matter of fact, let me read your activity.
And everybody needs to know it. Everybody needs to understand. He's losing it. He's losing it. And it's kind of weird that everybody's still kind of pretending like that's not the case when it very clearly is.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now.
No, you're goofy.
You know you want to.
Living in the U.S. means that your paycheck vanishes before you know it. Whenever I've...
Alrighty, so breaking news out of New Mexico. The New Mexico Attorney General, Raul Torres, he has the New Mexico...
Katie Fang on y'all motherfucking ass, though. Yeah, Katie Fang ain't playing no games with Trump.
Department of Justice, as it's been called since 2024. They've sued the United States Department of Justice and Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche for pretty much obstructing the New Mexico AG's office from being able to get access to the unredacted Epstein files. Specifically, the New Mexico AG's office alleges that as a result of this U.S. Department of Justice's refusal to give these unredacted materials, not only has it's violated the Administrative Procedure Act, if that sounds familiar, that was the basis for my lawsuit, but the Raul Torres alleges that the refusal by the DOJ to provide these materials unlawfully interferes with New Mexico's sovereign authority to investigate and prosecute crimes committed within its own borders. These records, according to the AG's office, central to its investigation into alleged crimes at Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch. And I wanted to talk about the press call that I was on. It was on the record, and it was the New Mexico Attorney General, Raul Torres.
But you still goofy, Gander.
Torres.
You a Trumper.
His lieutenant that is investigating all of this, his name is Sean Sullivan. And I was able to ask a question. I'll get into that in a second, but I want to bring you in on what happened here because I think that this press call was really important about the status of this investigation. So the New Mexico AG's office is the only open criminal investigation involving Epstein and his co-conspirators right now. I know it's pretty wild if you stop and you think about it of how many states we have and the fact that we have a federal government. New Mexico is the only one that has an open criminal investigation into Epstein and his co-conspirators. And so today, in the announcement of this lawsuit, AG...
Nah, this where I can tell you a bullshit motherfucker right here, Gander. It will be a better place because Trump is president. And after all the BS that the Democrats have thrown at him, he is still president and will continue to be president until the end of his term. But ain't nothing no better place. Of course he's going to be the president until the end of his term, goofy ass. But ain't shit no better place. This shit is a fucking hellhole, and you know that shit. Talking about some fucking Marco Rubio. Man, fuck you and all them goofy ass motherfuckers. Yeah, TDS is real in your mouth. Cause you's a Trump dick sucker. You trying to play defense, but you's a bitch. You's an insecure motherfucker. And people like you that try to ride the line, y'all the first motherfuckers that need to go. You's the first motherfuckers that need to go because you're trying to muddle the motherfucking line and muddy the waters. And that ain't what the fuck we need. We need right, real, and exact. And if you support Trump, end of the day, you suspect to being a pervert. You're suspect to being a fucking, PDF your goddamn self. Because if that don't bother you, that bothers me. And a whole lot of other people that's not with that sick shit that y'all with. So yeah, we identified you. You's a sicko. Just like the rest of these weirdos. And that's real shit. You's a fucking weirdo. Period, point blank. Gander. So we don't motherfucking, we not fucking with you. You sit your MAGA ass right there where the fuck you at and get this medicine just like everybody else. And shut the fuck up. Don't be doing too much talking in here because we don't fuck with you. What did I say wrong? Man, fuck you. You ain't talking nothing. You ain't said shit. You said shit was going to be a better place because Trump was the president. There's nothing we could do about him being the president. That's what you said. And that's your sentiment. So don't try to fucking change it now. Don't ask what you said wrong when you said America was going to be a better place because Trump was the president, motherfucker. You goofy.
Torres says it's been 173 days that they have had no cooperation from the Trump Department of Justice. On 10 separate occasions, AG Torres, first with Pammy Joe with the bad hair, Pam Bondi, and then with Todd Blanche and the Trump DOJ. 10 separate occasions he has asked for complete and unredacted access to the Epstein files. And he said, look, we need this information. It's information that is currently not publicly available, but it's relevant for New Mexico to be able to identify potential victims, but also co-conspirators, corroborating witnesses, etc. As the AG notes,
I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing. Bringing awareness to weirdos like you. That's what my live stream about. It's about exposing motherfuckers like you. And you just timestamped yourself on my timeline supporting a PDF. Thank you. Note taken, motherfucker.
Zorro Ranch is referenced more than 13,000 times in the publicly available Epstein files. And he said, look, we have done initial outreach as far back as when Pam Bondi was the Attorney General of the United States. And in his own words,
I hope your pet's safe in that motherfucker. The weird shit y'all be doing.
AG Torres said, we've been stonewalled. We've been stonewalled from being able to have access to these unredacted files. He says there's been public statements made about, sure, we're cooperating with New Mexico, but in reality, the United States Department of Justice under Bondi and now Blanche has been, quote, anything but cooperative. Do you want to know how many pages of documents New Mexico
That motherfucker ain't going nowhere.
has received thus far in this 173 days of investigation? Ready?
Josh, bitch ass still here.
$31.
Smash that like button, Josh.
31 pages, a quote, paltry disclosure, according to AG Torres, has been received. And so what happened? Well, we'll get into the lawsuit details in a second, but basically, the New Mexico Attorney General set a deadline of July 31st for.
When motherfuckers come in and say, bye, they not going nowhere. Because they trying to engage in conversation. That's the first thing they trying to do. MAGA, we know what you do. Y'all a bunch of disruptors. Y'all don't want to hear the truth because the truth hurt. So let me bring some more truth to your ass. Let me bring some more truth to you. Some real truth, though. Ooh. Oh. We're going to start right here.
It's over. Trump done dug his own grave. Listen to the whole video. I know I do videos like this and say he's in trouble, and I mean it. I really do. It gets worse and worse for this guy, and this time it's the ultimate. What he thinks is a win is a major loss. What he thinks is a win is a major loss. So listen to this whole video. You'll feel 1,000% better about what's about to go down, because all hell is breaking loose. For real. All hell is about to break loose. Let's go.
Well, guess what? At least my truth ain't coming from a bunch of people that's lying, motherfucker. My truth comes from motherfuckers who don't have a dog in the fight. My truth comes from people who are observing the same thing your bitch ass is observing, and you just can't handle it. The truth is, you support a motherfucker who likes children. S-E-actually. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. I ain't sitting up here saying, I love Joe Biden. I love Obama. I love this motherfucker. I love that motherfucker. I don't do that. Not with no politician. Not with a motherfucker who's a paid liar. Yeah, I'll let y'all do that. Running around with red hats on and shit, looking stupid than a motherfucker, because them people ain't giving no fucks about you. You just think you part of the crew. But your pockets ain't saying that you part of the crew. All you gotta do is go look at your bank account. You can see if you're one of Trump's people. If all you got is $1 million, you not his people. 1 fucking million don't put you in a category where you're his people. You might live better, but that don't fucking mean $1 million ain't a whole bunch of fucking money. It's not. And that's real shit. But all you broke motherfuckers who supporting a president that don't give a fuck, or a politician, or a party, you supporting a fucking party, you stupid.
You know what's getting confirmed today? Todd Blanche. But it gets deeper than that. Those of you who get mad, that's horrible. That's the worst thing ever. And I'm like, yes, that's the most wonderful thing ever to happen. It's the same thing I said about ICE raids becoming a blessing to blue cities. And I'm not talking about the deaths that resulted from the ICE raids. Of course not. What I'm talking about is the way our country stands together in times of crisis. Here in Chicago, our mayor and governor...
Josh, I thought your bitch ass was gone. We ain't talking to you. Shut the fuck up.
...do not necessarily get along. The governor is pissed. Well, not pissed, but he's like not pleased with the way that Mayor Brandon Johnson keeps trying to run down state and do shit without talking to him.
Everybody work for everything they have, even if you ain't got shit. So what? Big fucking deal. Clap, clap for you, motherfucker. You work for everything you got, and you work for everything you ain't got. Stupid.
And I'm sure Brandon has some reason that he has a problem with the governor. But, you know, J.B. Pritzker is the governor of Illinois. And I'm going to tell you like this. When Trump shows up, motherfuckers gather together in every single city.
I bet you this. I bet you Kamala Harris will beat that motherfucker in the vote right now, bitch. If it was a vote today, motherfucker, Kamala Harris be the president. Straight like that. And she ain't my favorite fucking person. I ain't know. I'm not a person who gonna sit up and say, Kamala, she's the best. But I can guarantee you this. She could run a fucking country better than fucking Toad Face. She could run a fucking country better than him. It ain't hard. This bitch dumb. And let's make no mistakes about it. If he wanted to make this a better fucking country for the American people, he could, but he's not trying to.
From one side of the country, New York, D.C., to L.A., here in Chicago, everywhere, even in red states like Dallas. You know, you got Dallas down there because all the red states have blue cities and blue counties. The largest cities and counties in every red state is blue. So what I'm saying, and 90% of which, here's the thing I want you to understand, that what is happening right now is we're watching Blanche ascend to incinerate Trump's administration. See, every president, not just Trump, every president needs guardrails. They need some.
White people do get stuff for free, motherfucker. Where are you getting that white people don't get shit for free? And ain't nobody say white people, motherfucker. We said the red states. Oh, white people. Thanks for helping me out with that. But anyway, we said the red states. You a fucking clown. The motherfucking number said, you doofus. Oh yeah, uneducated. I forgot. Ain't nobody who's fucking smart gonna sit around and support this fucking guy. Only people who are uneducated and fucking dumb would do some shit like that. That's been fucking noted. Everybody knows that. If you support Trump, your ass is uneducated. And if you're educated, that shit didn't do your ass no good. Because you're still making bad decisions. But we told your ass. So the fact of the matter is this. Your gas is high too. I keep hearing motherfucking Republicans talk about it's 368 in my town. You a motherfucking liar. That's one thing y'all gotta stop doing. Being dishonest with yourself and thinking that you being dishonest with me. I know what the fucking gas prices is around the whole fucking country. Every state, motherfucker. So stop lying. Stop fucking lying. The Democratic states make the most fucking money. The Democratic states pay the most taxes. The Democratic states get the least motherfucking assistance. The Democratic states are fueling the weak-ass motherfucking red states, you dummy. You don't even know how America works. Obviously. It ain't no fucking people in the states that's red. And it ain't no fucking jobs in the states that's red. A bunch of motherfucking farms. How many people can work on a goddamn farm? You motherfuckers ain't getting it. America is not thriving because of the red states, bruh. America is thriving because of the blue states. The most money made in America is in the blue states, the blue cities. And even the counties in red states, or the cities in red states that's blue, make the most fucking money in those red states, you stupid ass. But you wouldn't know that shit because you're not going off numbers. You're going off your fucking weak-ass Republican feelings. Your weak-ass Confederate feelings. Ain't none of that swamp, backyard bullshit gonna help you stupid motherfuckers get smarter. That's for sure. But the numbers are already in. So you can bounce all that shit off your thick-ass skull all you want. It ain't gonna change shit and it ain't gonna change the truth. The truth ain't in you.
One who's not only protecting them, but the United States interest. And Blanche will not do that. Blanche will do as Trump pleases. Blanche sees a bag. Let me explain it. Blanche, like Bondi gonna get a bag. Bondi going to jail, she gonna lose her license, but she gonna get a bag for shutting up on Epstein.
Shut the fuck up. I just don't cry about my life. I get shit done. Bitch, you on the internet crying right now. We laughing at your ass. I don't give no fucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, this one on you, Jack. You can sit up here and try to pass the fucking buck. I'm sitting here talking about you. You sitting here listening. So what's going on?
Blanche closes his mouth and plays along. He could get him a bag. If he shuts up, he's going to get paid. And he'll play along for a fortune. How much money? Shoot, Bondi's gonna get tens of millions at the least. She's worth $1 million. Let me say it like I say about Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon went in jail 7 figures. He came out 8 on his way to 9 figures. You dig what I'm saying?
You on here talking about white people don't get shit for free, bitch. I don't want to hear that shit. You're a victim. Fruitcake. Well, I just want to know where people get that white people get stuff for free. Bitch, because you get shit for free. A lot of it. And you ain't doing no better than no motherfucking body else. You had a big head start, but I don't see the fucking lead that you got. I don't see the lead. You ain't do nothing with your head start. You in the same motherfucking place that everybody else is.
Thing with Bondi, and Bannon gonna get a bag. Bannon's gonna work deals and get a bag. It's gonna be gigantic. Even after prison, even if he loses law license, he's willing to lose the law license because he can get a consultant job. Plus, he's a white male Republican. He's getting.
You don't know how to speak properly. You don't know how to fucking spell properly, motherfucker. Oh, man, this shit too easy, man. Shut your frog mouth ass up. You don't know how to speak properly. You Republicans, the Democrats in every single state. What are you talking about? I said the red states are the poorest, dumbass. You know, the red states. Are you familiar, dummy? The right. The red states, predominantly red states. You know them. I just named them, bitch. Don't act like you fucking dumb now. Oh, yeah, you are dumb. My bad. Act like you smart. Dummy. God damn. The red states, where you live. What fucking state you live in, dumbass? All right, well, shut the fuck up. I live in a Democratic state. You so dumb. You live somewhere where you think it's trash. Good for you, you fucking dummy. This bitch dumb or a kid. Get this bitch out my chat. Shut your dumb ass up. I'm gonna hit him with the short 10-minute joint. Get up out your for 10 minutes. Shut the fuck up, man. Damn. Dumb on repeat. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Motherfucker said he wasn't here and still here.
After government. Government jobs don't pay compared to the private sector, y'all. Now, where is this ending for Trump? If he let
Jeremiah, you go look that shit up. We not interested.
Trump, which he will, let Trump do every goddamn thing that he wants to do without any guardrails.
Want to get this damage machine?
That shit is irrelevant.
For free? Use the code NEMESIS to claim the epic Akemtum. Have you ever noticed that the old people's iPhone storage is always full? You know why? Old people always make these 3 big mistakes. Let me show you. Number 1 is deleting photos manually. Number 2 is deleting all the apps on the phone. Number 3 is buying extra cloud storage. I am begging you not to do these iPhone mistakes. Instead, use cleanup. Open this. Optimize storage. Get rid of your duplicate photos and videos. Delete promotions and spam emails. Download cleanup.
Oh shit.
It's over for him. He's done.
They already been exposed.
Because if everything he tries and fails,
already been
and
exposed.
What Blanche knows is what Bondi knows,
But
which is he will run the gamut of the loss record, lose the respect, which he's already done, lose the respect of the legal community, and make a bag as a consultant, even if he loses his license. He's gonna make a bag. And this is his exodus. You understand? He's gonna use this to his advantage, and it's going to be his exodus. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is that he's willing to go all the way, like Giuliani did, like Michael Cohen. Yeah, listen, he's willing to go all the way. And that means he's going to get a lot of money out of it. He's going for the money, not the law. He's going for the money, not the justice. And spare me your talk about, well, Darren, he's supposed to. Yeah, we know what he's supposed to do. We know what the DOJ's supposed to do. People keep asking. People been watching Trump's DOJ so much they ask, why didn't Biden do this, that, and the other? Because Biden and no other president in the history of the United States ever tried to weaponize the DOJ for their own personal use, except for Trump. Now, let's talk about what he's going to do. He's going to do everything he can to cover up Epstein, and it's going to be his motherfucking ass. He is done for. He's going to try. The thing almost fell. Let me put that. Okay. He's gonna mess up everything that is possible to try to make sure this camera don't fall. Everything possible to get him in trouble, and he's in a lot of it. And what I'm trying to tell all of you is that the biggest thing that he's walking into is Epstein and corruption. They're going to get him. They're going to get Trump, because he's going to let Trump go wild. He's going to run every stupid lawsuit out there. And quite frankly, it's just going to be a complete and total downfall of Trump and of Blanche. Here's the thing you need to understand. If you put Blanche and Bondi together, you might have 2/3 of, you might have 1/3 of a brain. Basically, if you look at their record over the last 20 months, they've been losing bare minimum 70% of the time. You see, he's ready to get Trump, ready to get rid of Gene Spiro. He's getting ready to get rid of Gene. Why? Because she couldn't win the case. The case against the Olympian, there wasn't a case that the judicial branch threw out. And of course, he, just like he did with Tulsi Gabbard, Pam Bondi, what's her name, Kristi Noem, and the labor secretary, notice he'll fire the women and replace them with men. He's going to replace Gene Spiro with a man. But I want you to understand, this is not the only U.S. attorney that's trying to avoid trouble. There are U.S. attorneys that are going to jail in our nation. Okay? U.S. attorneys all over they're going to be in trouble because they have done illegal shit, and they know they have. And they've done so to, can keep their jobs, sell their fucking souls. Well, they already did, but they're going to lose their jobs. They're going to get in trouble, and they're in a lot of fucking trouble, and this shit's going to blow up in their face. Okay? I want you to understand what the fuck that means and how that looks. At this particular point, not good for the DOJ. The DOJ's talent pool has gone out the door. It has. Why? Because of this crazy fucker, Trump. He basically has pushed the edge of every fucking thing. I'm trying to get all of you to grasp onto this, because you think what may be a bad thing is actually a very good thing. When we do this the right way, we are going to win, because they have, at the very least, a 70%, but really more an average of in the 80s of losses percentage. And as long as Trump has them pursuing these stupid cases over and over again. Calm down, relax, get out your feelings, get into your focus. Focus on what? November. Put that in the comments. November, November, November. We